Welcome. This video covers how to set up your defects list for asset inspections in MyGeotab. To begin, you'll select Maintenance and then Asset Inspection from your toolbar options. From here, you'll need to select the Defect List button, and then you will see a list of all the defect lists for your database. Notice that there are some default lists available for both vehicle and trailer, and these will be available to all databases. Additionally, you may or may not see these, but for Canadian-based companies, there are also default lists that are listed as Schedule 1, 2, and 3. If at any point you are not seeing what you think you need to see here, you do have the option to add some of these default lists by clicking the drop-down arrow next to the Add button here. Regarding asset inspections, you can choose to use one of these default lists that are already populated here for you, or you can choose to add a new one and completely build your own list, or you can use an existing default list, rename it, and then edit the defects accordingly from there. Let's say that we want to make edits to an existing default vehicles list. To do this, we'll simply click on the default list. We will rename it. And then you have the ability to assign groups to it if you would like. In looking at this list, you can see that it's broke down into different sections that have different defects listed in each. To make edits to different defects, you can do so by clicking on the pencil next to the specific defect or by clicking on the pencil icon in the section header. For example, let's say that our company would like us to update the severity level of a defect. In this case, we will say that for the brake section, if it is chattering, shuddering, or vibrating, we are going to edit the severity level by clicking the pencil next to that defect, and we're going to upgrade the severity level from minor to major. So we'll select major, and then you do have to make sure that you click the blue check mark to the right. That will save that update, and then any major defects should now appear on the list in red and notated by major. In the event that you wanted to remove any defects from the list, you can easily do so by clicking on the blue X. If you needed to add a new defect to the category, you could do so by clicking the plus sign on that category or section header. And then if you needed to add a whole new category to this list, you could do so by clicking the Add Part button at the top here. In the event that you wanted to make an entire category of defects or components required to be marked by the driver as okay or having no defect, you can do this by clicking the pencil icon on the applicable category or section header, and then checking the required checkbox. Once you've made that selection, then you'll have to, again, save it by clicking that check mark. And what we just did is by marking this entire brake section as required, that is going to require that any driver will be required to verify and notate that all items in that section are functioning properly at the time of the inspection. This is different than how the system typically operates by default of only having the drivers notate when items are not functioning properly. That's all we have for this video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.